The 2022 SSDI Social Security Disability Income and Earnings Limits for Blind Beneficiaries. I have all the numbers you need to know in this video, so let's get into it right away. But really quickly, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and I am here for you each and every day bringing all the latest updates as well as talking through other very important information as things are changing very rapidly right now. So again, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe down below and let's get into all the numbers that you need to know going into 2022. So the Social Security Administration sends out over 8 million monthly benefits to SSDI beneficiaries, which also includes a large number of blind individuals. In fact, that also includes me. I am a blind individual. If you didn't know that yet, or if you're new here, yes, I am also blind. So I fall right into this category as well. So all of this information hits home for me as well. So with that being said, let's get into it a little bit further here. So going into 2022, by the way, side note, I'm recording this video in the end of 2021, but these numbers will be active as of 2022. So now here's a few things that you need to know. If you are currently working right now, or you intend to start working in 2022, you need to know these numbers simply because if your earnings exceed the limits that they have put in place, you could potentially be looking at some garnishments of benefits, and that would not be a good situation, right? We want to preserve all of our SSDI benefits in any way we possibly can, right? So that's why these numbers are so incredibly important to understand. So we'll go through the numbers, and then I quickly want to talk about some best practices if you plan to start working in 2022. Some very important information. All right, so let's go through the numbers. Here in 2021, you can earn up to $2,190 each and every month. You probably already know that if you're currently working. However, that's going to be increasing by $70 each and every month up to $2,260 each and every month as a blind individual receiving SSDI benefits in 2022. And I just want to reiterate one more time, this is specifically for blind individuals receiving SSDI. If you're a non-blind individual, your numbers are actually different. In fact, I have other videos talking about non-blind individuals receiving SSDI. All right, but the new benefit, the new earnings limit in 2022 for blind SSDI beneficiaries is $2,260 each and every month, which is an increase of $70 each and every month, or on an annualized basis, that is an extra $840 throughout the course of the entire year of income that you can actually have. So that's pretty cool, right? So that is a pretty nice little bump right there. In fact, the $840 that a person could earn on an annualized basis is almost like a full benefit from SSDI, right? That's a pretty nice little perk right there, right? So kind of a pretty cool thing right there. So one more thing I want to talk about here. Let's get into this and talk about the best practices now that we understand these limits, right? And one more thing really quickly. Now, like I said, I'm recording this video in late 2021. However, these new numbers will go into effect in 2022. So if you're currently working now in the end of 2021, or you want to start working, you have to go back to the numbers that are in 2021 right now, which is $2,190 as of this year, right? So the new limit will go up in 2022, okay? So I want to make that make sense. All right, so just some best practices information that you should know about. If you are planning to start working in 2022, here's what I would say to do. Call the Social Security Administration. Have a conversation with an agent. Tell them your situation. Now, here's the thing. When you call Social Security, you probably already know because you've done this, right? First off, you typically type in your Social Security number. Make sure you double check the phone number before you call it, especially when you're giving personal information like that. So when you connect with Social Security, of course, you'll type in your Social Security number. You'll wait on hold for approximately, about 7 hours and 16 minutes, and then you'll finally get to talk to somebody, right? I'm probably exaggerating a little bit, but not too far off. You know that it's a very long wait typically when you call. Usually you wait on hold for hours and hours and hours and listen to some really bad music. And then you finally get to connect with an agent. tell them your situation, okay? So, of course, they'll have your social pulled up, they'll have your account pulled up, they'll know pretty much everything about your benefits, stuff like that. But they'll want to know some very specific questions and answers, like, when are you going to start working? What's the date in which you start working? How much are you going to be earning? Are you going to be earning an hourly wage or a salary? What is it going to be? And how much is it going to be, right? They're also going to want to know how many hours are you going to be working each and every week. They'll want to know all kinds of information about your employer, the work you're going to be doing, the type of work you're going to be doing, your earnings, all of these kinds of things, okay? Tell them everything. And the reason I say that, be completely transparent. I know it's incredibly scary to think, I'm going to call Social Security right now and tell them I'm going to start working and my benefits could potentially be in jeopardy. Well, don't think of it that way, simply because as you have a conversation with this agent, they should be able to talk through the numbers with you, saying, okay, based on these numbers, you're going to be earning, for example, $20 an hour, and you want to and you want to start working, 20 hours a week. Okay, that's $400 a week, extracted over the course of 4 weeks in a month. That brings up to $1,600 a month. Okay, great. You're within the limits. No problem at all. So my point is, be completely transparent with them, because this agent is going to work with you and figure out how many hours you can work on a weekly basis so that you fall within the parameters so that you don't have to worry about your benefits actually being garnished, right? So that person is there to help you through this. They're not going to be like, oh man, we've got someone here, they're going to fall for it and they're going to work too much and lose their benefits. No, they're not going to do that. They want to look out for you. They want to encourage you to go out and work as much as you want, right? They really want to do that. I mean, this is great. They're excited for people who are receiving SSDI and want to get out and start working AM. I mean, that's really exciting, right? So they're there to help you through this process, and they're there to run through all the numbers with you and to actually figure out, okay, based on your salary or based on your hourly wage, you can work up to, this many hours per week or this many hours per month, and you don't need to worry about your benefits actually being garnished or in jeopardy in any way. So that's why I'm saying be completely transparent with Social Security. Call them, tell them your intentions, tell them you're going to start working, and tell them all the information that they want to know. Because here's why. Let me tell you another thing. If you don't tell them, if you start working and you don't tell them, they will find out. Because here's the thing. If you're working, all of that income will be reported to the IRS. Well, guess what? The IRS will report back to Social Security, and they will eventually find out that you are working, and it is not going to be a good situation, okay? So you need to be completely honest with them, be transparent with them, and trust me, it'll make your life a whole lot easier. They want to work with you, okay? So that's why I continue saying, just make sure that you contact them, make sure that you're transparent with all the information that you're sharing with them, and as far as your work history and whatever you want to do there, and that they will work with you to make sure that you can get your maximum benefit as well as your maximum earnings right up to the limit, or whatever you want to do. And then, everybody's happy. It's all a good situation, right? So that's why you got to know this. Now, one more thing I need to point out. I need to say this because, of course, otherwise I will get comments down below saying, you totally forgot about this. And that is the work period. Yes, I'm totally aware there is a work period. You can actually work for a specified number of months, and you can have unlimited earnings during this time, and your benefits would not be garnished in any way or even sacrificed in any way. I totally get it. Now, maybe that work period is still available to you. If it is, that'd be amazing, right? So you could work for a number of months and earn as much as you want, and you wouldn't have to worry about your benefits being garnished at all. Now, again, that is a topic totally in itself right there. We can come back and make a dedicated video talking about that, or you can just have a conversation with the Social Security agent, and they can talk through all of that with you. Sometimes you may have already used up that work period, therefore it may not be eligible or available to you anymore. Therefore, you would have to fall within the parameters, right? That's why you've got to have a conversation with your Social Security agent to make sure that you're within all of the parameters and that you know everything specific to you, because remember, everybody's situation is different. So, I hope this helps you out with the earnings limits and income limits for 2022 for blind individuals receiving SSDI. Now again, if you are a non-blind individual, I do have other dedicated videos talking about non-blind individuals receiving SSDI and the income and earnings limits, so feel free to check those out as well. So again, hope this helps you out. Please leave your comments or questions down below, and I'll continue doing everything I possibly can to help you out in any way. as things are changing and it's a tough time out there. I get it. It's totally real out there, and I want to make sure that I'm here to help out in any way that I can. So again, thank you so much for being here. Subscribe down below, share the video with your friends, family, and social media, and I will see you again later in